we have to discuss about what's most trending in the entire world right now, which is the AI that turned markets crazy on Monday.
Right.
Yeah, before wrapping up, we just definitely have to take this topic.
The ChatGPT, OpenAI killer.
The Deepseek AI, it shook the whole America. I mean, it created the panic in everyone. The Nasdaq fell a lot because of that. There was chaos everywhere because of this one Chinese AI coming up.
Yeah, so it's kind of shattering every belief every human had around what or how an AI company could develop or go ahead and what's expected out of AI and what pace it would develop over the time. This, I think, is a pivotal moment in humanity's history. I mean, I think it's such an important event.
But before getting into that, first maybe somebody who doesn't even know what is happening. Maybe somebody who doesn't even have context of this Deepseek AI. Maybe we should first tell what is Deepseek AI.
So Deepseek is this new Chinese open source AI model that has come out, and as Sharique said, everyone's beliefs about AI has been shattered. So they are able to do all the work that OpenAI's best model can do today at a fraction of the cost, nearly 90% less cost. So everyone is thinking that, okay, there is a new AI model. That's not it, right? The new AI model is much more efficient, and at the same time, you can start running it on any of your PCs because it is open source. And that, I think, has blown a lot of minds.
Correct. So the beliefs it shattered is what shook me as well, because the entire world thought AI is a very costly game. It takes billions of dollars to develop it and even billions of dollars to run it and make it better. So that's why OpenAI and all the AI companies in the US raised what, $100 billions of dollars? North of $100 billions of dollars went into funding these companies and developing these models. OpenAI around, I think, raised $20 billion. And that is with what they developed all their AI models, ChatGPT and the models that we see, and DeepSeek coming and developing a model better than that with this $6 million.
That is what, 40 crores?
50 crore rupees.
Just a fraction of that.
Comparing that to what? 1,60,000 crores.
Compare that to the Ambani wedding. They spent 5,000 crores on the Ambani wedding.
Absolutely.
So with just 50 crore rupees, they came out with a model which are better than any other models developed in the US, and they can also run these models in a more cost-efficient manner. So now humanity is like, hey, we thought we'll go to AGI or a futuristic future with spending a lot of money. And that is where they're coming and saying that, hey, humanity, you don't have to spend so much money. You can reach there in a cheaper and a more efficient manner. And I will empower all humans to do that as well. And that is the open source part of it. So they just did not develop a great model. They are putting it out in an open source manner where other companies, other knowledgeable people can leverage it and do better stuff. And this is crazy.
But again, this is how Chinese have always been, right? So they were never the first movers ever. If you think about, somebody would invent something by putting lot of money, hundreds of crores of rupees or even lakhs of crores of rupees. And then they would conveniently simply come out with a look-alike product.
I was maybe expecting you'll use the word copy, because that's what China is famous for, right? They're always famous for copying. But this time around, it seems like they just did not copy. They innovated.
They innovated.
Because, it looks like they put out the research paper and it's being vetted and discussed everywhere. It looks like they've innovated. So, I know they're infamous for copying. But hey, this time, massive respect to what they've done. And very interestingly, you know what? The founder of Deepseek, he used to be a trader before. So he used to be a trader first. He used to be a trader first, working at a hedge fund of sorts. Then he moved out and started his own hedge fund and used AI to trade the markets. And he did really well. His hedge fund traded the markets and made a lot of money by using AI. And his hedge fund itself grew to some $8 billion of AUM. And this venturing out into Deepseek was kind of a passion project for him. And then he brought in a lot of smart minds from China, and then he started it out and then he delivered. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, super excited.
I wish this was a story which came out from India. And India, I mean, we deserve the place.
We have Kritram.
Today, I actually, when we were preparing for this video, I asked Kritram about, do you know about ChatGPT? And are you related? And it actually said that it is part of OpenAI. I'll post a screenshot here. It actually said I'm a model trained by OpenAI. So it's, the rumors, which was that Kritrim is just a wrapper around ChatGPT.
Yeah.
That again proving true.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And that's
joke.
where I see funny memes like US and China are in the AI war.
Yeah.
And we in India are in the war of delivering Maggie in 10 minutes to your home.
So this is where Deepseek AI is, in my head is like a replica of SpaceX. What they did with, the rockets, while NASA was building or the Boeing was building rockets at much higher cost. SpaceX, Elon Musk came and he did it for a fraction of cost. And that is what this Deepseek AI is doing with, again, ChatGPT or all the other AIs that they are building.
Yeah, so there's this other analogy which was relevant right from the moment AI became mainstream and popular and we all started integrating it in our work and life as well. I mean, one good thing is with AI getting more popular, more cheap and open source with DeepSeek, the kind of blast in productivity that normal people like us and all companies in the world are going to see is out of the world. It's going to be tremendous. I mean, the analogy I'm referring to is that there's this graph I saw somewhere when it's productivity or GDP or whatever. I mean, before electricity and after electricity. After electricity is just shot up crazily. Then came computer, before computer and after computer. Then it shot up again. Then before internet and after internet, it shot up again. So it's again a pivotal moment, as I said, in human history with AI coming and now with DeepSeek, with this, Ajay also mentioned this, right? I mean, the brutal combination of open source and cheap way of running AI models. Maybe this is again a pivotal moment where things are gonna skyrocket from here. But yeah, looking forward to all those.
Yeah, I personally think that we are not at the place of an artificial general intelligence or AJ, as Sharique was talking about, where AI is going to replace every single human's jobs right now. So I still feel it's a few decades away. That's what I'm hopeful of.
With developments like DeepSeek, what I feel is the journey to that would get shorter.
Exactly.
Right? Now there is a DeepSeek. A few months later or a year later, I mean, the pace at which innovation is happening is exponentially increasing. That is what this is telling us. That is why this is very relevant. So our journey to artificial general intelligence, our journey to a utopia where, let me not go there, but all of those is getting shortened.
So talking about how the markets reacted to DeepSeek on Monday, Nvidia fell by 13% in the US market. And that fall alone wiped out enough shareholder wealth of more than 2 Reliance Industries. Just imagine India's largest company, 2 times of which shareholder wealth got blasted off in just one day by Nvidia falling 13-14%.
Since you mentioned that, maybe we should also speak about why Nvidia fell because DeepSeek came into. Because there's also this discussion that DeepSeek again is a AI model and AI models need GPUs built by Nvidia to run. So isn't it a good thing for Nvidia? That was also being discussed as, so maybe we should clear that.
So since DeepSeek or this new wave of AIs that are going to come out, they'll require much less computing power for whatever they're going to do right now. I think the amount of processing power required is much, much lesser. That means all these hardware providers, they'll sell much less hardware, right? But I'm sure the world is still moving in a positive direction. Growth might slow down in their sales, but it'll still keep going up. I don't think it's going to be a huge shift. That's why after the day of the fall, things started recovering and even our market actually for the week is in the green. But for a longer term perspective, I would like to understand or discuss this. How is AI going to affect the Indian stock market? Let's talk about that.
Like I said before, my strong belief is that all these are good for humanity and efficiency of humans and efficiency of companies, and by that all of the companies, it's not just in India, right? Everywhere will get more efficient, right? They'll produce more, they'll innovate more, they'll be able to increase their revenues, decrease their expenses, and by that sense stock markets could do well, right? So that's how I think in a very larger general sense.
And even talking about Indian companies, I feel every stock, again this is my personal thought here, every stock except Indian IT companies, which are outsourcing the world's IT requirements, they'll benefit. So IT services or IT industry might take a hit in the long term in India, but every other industry, if they do or utilize AI in the right way, they can benefit out of it. That's my personal expectation.
While we can actually be excited about all these and excited about the future of humanity, there is also this real concern, which also gets discussed as a conspiracy theory, but the concern is real when it comes that if AI becomes so powerful and takes over the world and takes over companies and economies and fires people are not needed anymore. There are a lot of sides to the story where there is this sci-fi fiction based expectation that humans could just chill and enjoy while AI takes care of everything. But then there's a darker side of AI eliminating humans, and I really don't want to go there, but those concerns are real, being discussed over.
And this is where the Infosys or the TCS, all of these people who are being outsourced by US or somebody else, we are just outsourced clients. And if AI actually takes over, all these jobs could be in trouble. And India is currently a AI consumer. They are not an AI innovator, or we don't have any ChatGPT of India, right? If you look at every major country in the world has their own AI that they are building from scratch. I know that Mahindra is coming up with something, the Ola, whatever, Krutram is coming in. So there are very small things, but not at a very large scale, which would create an actual impact. That is not happening. And even government is not spending enough money to build something within India for India, right? So that is also not happening. So I just hope that in this budget, at least some portion of the funds is going towards this.
Imagine this, 50 crores is what they needed. It's like in Iron Man, the villain comes and says, Tony Stark built this in a cave. I gave you all the resources, you're still not able to build it. So I think it's all about having the right minds and the talents inside the country. Even if you're looking at the US AI advisor who has been appointed by the government, he's an Indian, right? So he's going to work in the US, guiding the US government on developing new AI policies and regulations and direction for the industry.
And all the major AI companies also, right, are, the top level people who are running or making those AIs are also again Indians. So we have that capacity, we have that capabilities to build something within country. It's just you just allocate funds to these intelligent people who are passionate about building something. So I just hope government is listening to this. And
that's also a whole different discussion in itself. I mean, people... the ecosystem in India, how supportive is it? I mean, we are so much into instant gratification today. The venture investing ecosystem in India, not investing into or not matured enough to invest into highly innovative stuff. A lot of different variables coming here. But again, all of this being said, and all of the dark sides also being discussed and explored, I am definitely super thrilled and excited about lives, not humanity's, but life's future, right? I mean, that's where I rest the case.
In the long term, amazing universal basic income. But in the short term, I think it's a scary proposition. The economy, as we know of it today, might cease to function. Something radical would happen. I don't know, people rising up against the government or...
While I agree there are merits to all sides of the discussion here, there is also this discussion that when computer came in, this is what people said. People did riots in Kerala. I mean, they had strikes in Kerala saying that computer should go back, right? Computer, because people would lose jobs because of that. And that did happen in times of industrial revolution as well. When machines came in, a lot of laborers losing job was a concern. I know the concern with AI is slightly different because it's not like the shift we saw in industrial revolution or IT revolution. It's even more real because these are not just tools which are simplifying your work. These are tools which can replace you as well. I understand discussion
think like a human, be a human.
But
if it
then
is
again,
reaching that level.
I think we should stop here because this discussion, if continued, it can go in a lot of different tangents. It can go into a tangent of universal basic income where machines and AI will take care of humans, where humans will still remain the master and things are good. Then it could take the tangent of machines becoming the masters and then humans going for a toss. I don't know, man.
And the best thing about being capitalists here is that we can definitely invest into any of these major companies, either directly if something comes up in India, great. Or something, OpenAI gets listed in the US market, we can invest into the US market as well and try to make money and profit out of that.
And guys, this is where we should actually wrap up this story. And, the ending notes would be, AI is coming in crazily fast. You just have to learn. Somebody who doesn't know or understand AI would be replaced. So, upskill your game, just get on with this, learn stuff and start implementing. That is how you would survive in this AI war. Countries are fighting. So you also have to fight for your own employment and, your skill set and your opportunities.